This man began his life as an entertainer for children's birthday parties and holiday camps, and then later on, in the late 80s, he lent his first television role on the BBC's Playdays. And then he became even more popular than ever. But now, I think it's time for me to commemorate this certain man on my channel every Monday this month in July of 2020. This is Dave Benson Phillips month. Hello there everyone, it's me Harry, and welcome to my first installment of Dave Benson Phillips month. Yep, the Justin Fletcher of the 1990s is my main target for this month, who started so much children's material such as Get Your Own Back, Dream Street, Fun Song Factory, Playhouse Disney UK, all sorts. And he's still doing work to this day, such as his adult-oriented mockumentary, Getting Back. However, I won't be talking about all of these famous shows because everyone knows about them, and definitely not Getting Back because my channel is aimed towards all audiences and not just for adults. So, for Dave Benson Phillips month, I'll be taking a look at some of his more obscure work. And what would be better off than to look at an old direct-to-video special titled A Day Full of Surprises and Songs. A Day Full of Surprises and Songs was released on VHS in 1995 and was part of Abbey Home Entertainment's A Day Full of series, all of which were produced by a company called Music Box for Abbey Home Entertainment subsidiary Abbey Broadcast Communications. These specials featured a live presenter, a set of kids, and costume characters all having fun and stuff like that, while singing popular and obscure nursery rhymes. A Day Full of Surprises and Songs was a live-action animation cross, whilst its fellow installment, A Day Full of Animals and Songs, which came out in the same year, was an animation live-action cross. So what I mean is, A Day Full of Animals and Songs was animated, whilst featuring live-action songs. It didn't have a presenter, it just had an assortment of animated characters, whilst this one was live-action, but featured a few animation bits in the live-action, like a little bird sits on Dave's shoulder. So yeah, the special was first released in 1995 by Abbey Home Entertainment and then saw an Australian release by ABC Video and Roadshow Entertainment sometime during the late 90s, and eventually saw a DVD release in the UK by Abbey Home Media in 2007. The special is also available on Abbey Home Media's YouTube channel for you to watch at any time. So anyways, the story of this special is that Dave and his friends, kids, are trying to find some treasure. So they go all around the UK trying to search for it. And that's pretty much all I can explain for that. And they sing nursery rhymes along the way. So anyways, let's get started and speed along with this retrospective. So we start off with the title, and then Dave sings the first song. I don't know much about nursery rhymes, so I don't know what each one is, so I'm not going to mention them all, but I'll mention about the main plot line anyway, even though the songs are the main focus of this video. So the beginning of the song features Dave and kids on a pirate ship. Yeah, because we associate buried treasure with pirates, even though there are no pirates in this feature at all. Weird, isn't it? So yeah, after this song, Dave finds a treasure chest. There's no treasure inside, apart from a piece of paper. He reads it, and like with the others, it's a rhyme. The rhyme basically has a clue to where the next location of the chest would be.
Ah, you're seeking some treasure, most precious and rare. Look high and look low, for it must be somewhere. You'll know when you've found it, when your search is done. You'll have the best treasure for everyone.
Along this time, a blue animated bird sits on him. So yeah, this video has animation in it. It's pretty choppy if you'd ask me, even for 2D standards. Because if you can see, when Dave moves around a bit, the bird doesn't even move, so it makes it pretty obvious, because it just stays in the same position. So the bird tells him to go to the garden market, and that's where Dave goes. Every time this happens, at least 3 songs are sung. So here they sing 3 more and do stuff at the market. So, Dave finds another treasure chest. He hopes to be treasure inside, but there's still none. Another piece of paper's in there. And in typical Dave Benson Phillips fashion, he reads the paper upside down until he finds out it is upside down and resolve it back round.
Let's have a... Oh, it's another piece of paper. Let's have a look, shall we? Here we go. Ooh, it says... Oh, hang on. It's upside down. Here we go. It says, cross the river and pay the fare. Your next clue is sure to be there. Well, there can't be that many places where you have to pay to get across a river.
He reads it, and animated Dalmatian then says that the next chest is on the Twickenham ferry. So Dave and his friends go there, and 3 more songs are sung. That ferry looks like more or less like a rowing boat or something. Does it even have a motor or something? I have no idea. Then, when Dave gets through the river, the next clue says that the next chest is somewhere, I quote, really grand.
Away from the river and back on dry land, your next clue is somewhere really grand. Really grand. I wonder where that could be.
So they find themselves near a castle of sorts. I don't know what place it is, but it surely does look grand, I guess. More songs are sung as per usual. So after this, Dave leaves the castle, he trips up on the stairs and finds the next clue. Just from this acting, it's top class acting right there. It's great. He really did trip up. Well, actually, he didn't. He just pretended to, because it's meant to be for a direct-to-video thingy made for kids, after all.
What? It says, plenty of water without any boat, so into the water to splash, swim, and float?
So yeah, the next clue is somewhere where you can float, and some animations of seals plays over there. And we head into a water park! But sadly enough, Dave doesn't even swim in the water, because he doesn't wear trunks. He's still wearing his regular clothes for some reason. I would have loved to see him splash into the water, but oh well, I'm just getting my hopes up, aren't I? So yeah, more songs play as always, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm starting to get rather repetitive like this. There we go, back to normal. So yeah, they do stuff at the water park. Dave's in the water still with his feet in the water, and rather than a chest this time, there's a note in a bottle because the paper would want to get wet.
Now, when you get dressed, you don't have to choose one thing, because plenty of costumes is such a fun thing. I wonder what this clue's all about.
And this time the clue's really confusing. Where does it lead us to? A costume shop? Hope that can be fun. Well, yeah, it is, because everyone's dressing up in weird costumes. Even Dave gets a bit on the fun, as per usual. Very predictable, isn't it? After this costume shop trip, Dave gets the giggles and acts so sarcastically about the next clue.
Yeah, right, I'll just open it up and find out what the clue is. Here we go, very quickly. Here we go, it says this. Somewhere you'll find a village so small that whatever your size, you'll feel very tall. Oh, that'll be good for me, because I'm ever so small.
Sends him to the Beck and Scott model village, where he says hello to a tram, even though it's not a human. And then it starts to rain, but oh well, whatever the weather, it's still fun and songs in this video. So they sing about 4 songs this time, I think. Or 5, I have no idea. So yeah, the next clue is found, and it's another confusing one.
Hundreds of tiny wings, jewel colours bright, fluttering and dancing, so soft and so light. What sort of a clue's that? Wonder where we could be going next.
But Dave ends up finding himself in the Butterfly Funhouse. Forget it. They always sing songs, so I'm not going to say that anymore. But then, they find the last clue. The adventure is almost at an end.
Your puzzling trail is almost done. You're off to a place for adventures and fun. All sorts of rides, some surprise friends too. You'll have so much fun,
you'll forget it's a clue.
Where could we be? Fort Park. back before it was a teenager's paradise. Dave sings a single song, and then he meets up with all his friends. The reason why? Rupert Bear's birthday party. Even Super Ted and Dusty the Dinosaur joined in as well. So everyone can sing Happy Birthday to Rupert.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rupert. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rupert. Happy birthday to you.
We'll sing a song about bears now.
So after another few songs, everyone falls asleep and even act like monkeys. And in all the excitement, Dave has forgotten the exact reason why they're at Thorpe Park. It's to find the treasure. The bird has returned, as always. And what's inside the treasure? There's no gold coins at all. There's no money, there's nothing but a set of mirrors. Because the treasure is actually yourself. Huh. That's interesting. It's not cliched, at least, or is it?
Wait a minute! That's what it is! The treasure is you! That's right, you are the treasure, you see, because there's no one else quite like you. So, it should be really nice to be you, and also it's really nice to have some friends too!
I have no idea. Dave mentions that the real treasure is yourself, and to have great friends, and they sing the final song, for he's a jolly good fellow, and then the video's over. So overall, much like with the other A Day Full of videos, it's the exact same thing. Just, you have Dave Benson Phillips as the host, and there's treasure and choppy animation and big adventures. All aboard for a big adventure! Not that one. Different adventures in the UK. So, nowadays, what would you do if you want to see this direct-to-video special video thingy? Well, you can get it on VHS and DVD, or you can watch it on YouTube because Abbey Home Media have uploaded the whole thing for you to check out anytime you'd like. So yeah, that's if you want to do that, or you want to own it physically, just get it on VHS or DVD. Anyways, I'm out of here now, and see you next week for another installment of this special month to this great children's entertainer. See you later, guys. Bye for now.